So, when we last left our heroes, they battled their way through Kench's dilapidated mansion, finding assistance along the way in the form of a revenant that happened to be Kench's old brother and the soul that was inhabiting the sword that Wolfgang found some time ago that had previously cursed him to only be able to use one weapon effectively. Wolfgang found a way to reverse that curse by pleading with the body of the brother Kench, and they found their way through the various pitfalls of the mansion, finding a sigil that would allow them passage to the upper floor on the corpse of Houndmaster Jurgen, along with his corrupted hellhounds. They made their way to the top floor where they found an enraged Kench and did violent battle, summoning Spike into the scene as if to try to chide Kench, who seemingly did not seem too affected by the turncoat nature of his chosen god. Kench just went berserk of his own accord when they stripped him of his armor and realized he was not in fact a paladin of the god of war, but a zealot barbarian, absolutely destroying the body of Asmo, slapping him with the sword left, right, or slapping him with his mighty hammer left, right, and center. Asmo made it to the back hallway where he discovered that Kench's wife, the Lady Inquisitrix Vile Blood Kench, who was assisting Kench in his slaughter of the party, was very much pregnant. The battle raged on as the party battled the unholy lovers, Kench ultimately falling not to the blade of Asmo, but to his own rage as Asmo held off against his final attacks. The Lady Kench disappeared into what you can only assume to be their bedchamber as we pick up. Wolfgang, the soul of Barristan Kench glows within the cage as your eyes glare into it.
Wolfgang just sort of looks down at it briefly. I have plans for you. And he sort of lets it dangle on his waist. Where's the vampire?
The soul within the cage seems to kind of like shimmer and quiver as it dangles from the silver cage.
Wolfgang looks around at the rest of his party. Where's the vampire?
She went downstairs. Owen. Owen, Wolfgang.
What?
She's pregnant.
He raises an eyebrow.
I'd like to point out the last time you saw Lady Vile Blood, she ran into this doorway.
She ran into that doorway?
Yeah, the doorway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm sorry. I thought she ran down the stairs.
Nope.
She went around the stairs, Owen. By the way. She's pregnant.
Wolfgang raises an eyebrow at that. Can vampires get pregnant, to my knowledge?
Go ahead and give me a knowledge nature with advantage due to your monster hunting nature.
Alrighty.
Brigante.
What was that, knowledge nature you said?
Yes.
Okay. Here I go. Knowledge nature with advantage is going to be 13.
To the knowledge that you have off the top of your head, you have never heard of a vampire being pregnant.
That's absurd. She's fucking faking it. Vampires can't get pregnant. They're dead.
Azmo just puts up his hands like, I don't fucking know what you want from me. Like,
That's what I saw, dude.
Well, we need to find her, and we'll find out for sure.
Hey, you lead.
Nara's
Asmo just
Lara's
looks at Kench's. Asmo just looks at Kench's big dead body.
Holy shit.
Asmo picks up the shield.
Yeah,
Sees that giant hammer.
it kind of smokes in your hand as the shield. After this huge battle you just went through, like soaking in, like these weapons. You say you look at the hammer? Go
Yeah, I
ahead
look
and
at
give
the
me
hammer.
a perception check.
More than okay. Oh, I don't have my character sheet up. Oh,
That might help.
Oh!
Oh.
what was it? Perception, you said?
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
13.
They appear to be made of very similar materials.
The shield I'm using and the hammer I'm looking at right now.
Mm-hmm. They're both like kind of a golden bronze color, and the leather wrappings that make up the grips seem to be the same dark kind of studded leather.
No way.
Asmo put them side by side. They're the same make?
From what you can tell, they do look like they came from the same craftsman.
Asmo kind of has his. Now I do have a bag of holding. I spent a lot of money on that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
So if no one has any objections, I'd like to pocket that mace.
Go for it.
Go for it.
I
Asmo,
can hold that thing with my baby arms.
I am not a mace person.
Asmo opens up the bag a little bit, grabs the mace, and with both hands and tries to put it in.
You now have the Hammer of War. I will give you the... Here, I'll just copy paste the statistics I have of it right now.
Oh man.
It is a two-handed weapon, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
The Great Hammer of War is a +2 magical weapon. Does 1d12 +2
Oh.
bludgeoning damage and 1d10 thunder damage.
Oh, and, oh my god.
Okay, that's
it
nice.
requires a strength of 18 to wield.
Oh, it does it? Okay.
It does.
Oh no. Okay.
And also
Alright.
requires attunement.
Okay. Well, that's okay. All right. Okay.
Go ahead and give me a survival check while you're looking over the rest of Kench's shit.
Oh, I would be more than happy to do that, Nick. No, 5. I hate
His body is bleeding heavily. It's kind of hard for you to get a good glimpse at like a lot of the things he's wearing. That, and you are absolutely fatigued from this man like just going ape shit on you.
Azor just kind of falls back on his ass.
Whew.
We're not done yet,
Oh god, why not?
because we still have a vampire.
Nara's gonna flip the veil off finally.
Nara reverts
And-
back to her
normal-
drow self.
And she looks at the sword of vengeance.
You get a feeling that something is kind of looking back at you. He is dead.
Yeah, that's what you wanted, right?
Yes.
Did you want to stab him?
Yes.
Will you be happy if you get to stab him?
I don't know. But I'd like to try.
Okay.
So she walks up and she just like very ceremoniously like stabs it where Kench's heart would be.
All right, you lift up the blade and just shink, stab it right down into his flesh. His muscles are like just super dense, even though he's died. Like they are like flexed. It's kind of like stabbing into like a pile of leather. But as the blade like kind of sinks into the flesh, you can see it kind of begin to like shimmer, and it begins to like kind of like pulse and radiate a bit in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the color drain from Kench's body and the blood begin to seep into the blade as the blade turns a deep maroon color.
Ooh. Pretty. What's happening?
Yes. This. I like. This. The
Okay.
blade has taken on a new form and function.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
What?
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to click that.
Oh, yes, you did. You stab even further into his chest. You fucking eviscerate this motherfucker. Go ahead and give me, as you're dragging this blade around his torso, with which, by the way, those sheets of leather that you felt like you were stabbing into, it now feels like butter stabbing into this man. Go ahead and give me a perception check while you're doing this as well.
Okay. 22.
As you're dragging it like from chest to from chest to crotch, it sticks on his belt, and the belt kind of like shimmers a little as you do so. This belt is very magical.
Ooh. What's this?
And she's gonna, I guess, take it if no one has any issue.
Asmo's just like not really looking, so he can't tell you're doing it.
What do I have any kind of idea of what this would be?
This belt, as you kind of like undo it, it's kind of crusted in blood, but you're able to kind of like shake it off as you
She's just
lift it up.
wiggling it everywhere to get the blood off.
It is a thick brown leather belt. There is a lining of fur on the inside. The outside seems to have runes written on it in a language that I'm pretty sure you don't understand. Can you read Giant?
No.
Then no, you cannot understand these runes. And at the very center is a buckle that looks to be a skull cracked in half.
Can anyone read this for me? I don't know what it says.
Look over to Denier.
Denier is not taking his eyes off of that doorway. Staff in hand, staff pointing at the doorway.
What do you see?
So far, nothing has moved within that doorway. From that perspective, let me give you a bit more of an idea of what you see. You can see you see kind of warm firelight coming from within. You can't tell how much of that is fire that you created and how much of it might have been emanating from the room since before you came around. There appears to be no movement or sound coming from within that room right now.
Last time I saw Vile Blood, she ran in there. I'm not taking my eyes off this door. You want me to read something? I can read it later.
All right, let's get moving. I'm gonna start making my way.
Asmo gets off his ass.
Help me now. Get me up.
Okay, here. Can we send this body?
I don't think you can. It looks like butter.
Yeah, but butter's good.
We'll see what condition it is when we get out. Lift me up.
All right, here.
Upsies.
You're fine. Oh God, you're heavy.
It's the blood. It's soaking in.
I'm still in Radiant Soul, aren't I?
Yes. How long does it last usually?
A minute.
You're still in Radiant Soul for probably another 30 seconds or so.
Okay.
Asmo, don't you have potions?
Do I?
I
Do
bet
I?
if you looked in your pockets, you would know.
I've actually lost my character sheet
Oh my
where I had my inventory. With the move.
Wait,
I know.
you don't write your inventory on your Roll20 sheet either?
I really should do that.
We all got
You
3
should.
healing potions, so you
You
should
really
have
should.
one.
Yeah,
Which I'll
just add it. Just add it when you get it.
Okay. I will.
Okay.
For example, that hammer, I would add it to your inventory
Okay.
because I will not keep track of it.
You mean equipment, right?
I mean, if you want it to be equipable, then sure. If you just want to
Okay,
have
I'll-
it, then yes.
I'll just put it there then. Sorry, this is.
Oh, you're fine.
No worries.
All right.
Just something you got to learn.
Whew.
Asmo, are you okay? I want to go stab someone.
Go, go, go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. I'll take one of those.
She's just
potions,
gonna
though.
peek,
my
God, she's
peek
right.
around the corner.
Oh my
You
God,
make
you
you
just
make your
read
way you make your way into that room, and once this tool decides to work the way I want it to, if it would like to, what the hell?
Every time.
It for real. Once you
It's very
work your way into that room, you find it empty. There is a lavish bed chamber. Looks like it's seen its fair share of violence. There are old bloodstains on the ground. Not pictured are pieces of furniture like chairs and rugs that I did not have time to throw in here and find in the Roll20 menu.
Oh shit.
And above the bed appears to be it looks kind of like a very large wolf skull, but it's also sort of humanoid, just kind of mounted.
This is weird.
Anything that I could see as a potential doorway, exit, secret passageway to get out.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
12.
There are a few windows in this room, kind of like out back behind the bed and off to the side of the walls. A couple of them are cracked open. There are a few doors, one which leads to a room that you kind of walked by and glanced at when you were walking through, but that seems to lead back to where Asmo was, if anywhere. And there is... Yeah, that's pretty much everything that you see that could be an exit in this room.
Nothing too exciting in here.
Wolfgang staring at the skull.
It's a familiar skull. The last time you saw it was the last time you were here.
How high above the bed is it?
If you stood on the bed, you'd be able to reach it just fine.
I'll fly up to it.
It has...
It's on a mantle, I'm assuming.
Yep, like a trophy mantle. It looks like it has a few fractures in it from blunt force damage, but it was at the very least mended back together.
Take it off the wall.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Wolfgang says nothing and floats over to Asmo.
At about this point, your wings kind of fade from your back as you step down onto the ground.
Put this in the bag.
All right.
He gives
Didn't
it
know
one
you-
last look. He gives it one last look and sort of runs his thumb along it.
Daenerys, as you walk into the room next to the kind of like the antechamber of the bedroom there, you find what appears to be what can only be described as a feeding room for a monster. Bloodstains on the ground, piles of bone piled high.
Jesus.
What?
Ooh,
Just bones and blood, nothing else.
nice.
Go ahead and give me either a perception check or an investigation check of your choice as you're kind of looking around this room.
Okie doke.
Both of us?
Daenerys, since he asked.
Okay.
Let's see. 21.
Off to the side of the doorway that you walked into, there's what can only be described as kind of like a sleeve hanging from the wall, and on the inside looks to be a leather-bound book. It does seem to have like some blood stains on it from bloodied hands.
All right. I'll grab that book. Look over it real quick.
The cover, like the front and rear cover, don't appear to have any real distinguishing marks. It looks like it's just somebody's journal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nara, you better step away from me just in case.
Okay.
I'm going to set the book down, walk a little bit away, cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to open that book.
Okay. As you step back from the book, the invisible hand that you cast out in front of yourself reaches down, pulls open the front cover, and nothing. Just opens up.
Cool. I investigate the book, and so it's just looking through the book. It's a journal.
Yep, definitely. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I'm going to, while he's doing that, use
With,
Detect Magic.
With advantage, since you were
21.
a red individual. All right. Immediately, the first thing you notice is the handwriting in this book is the same handwriting that was on the ritual piece of paper that you found previously. So this is made by the same hand. It's written in shorthand.
Mm-hmm.
And the story that it tells you, the Lord and Lady had a miracle pregnancy. They were unable to conceive of child. In fact, this man who you are beginning to realize was kind of the Kench family physician or doctor or whatever the hell they had in medieval times, did not believe she was able to conceive as she did not have a pulse. But she somehow did. During the course of, like, the early course of this pregnancy, she became insatiably hungry. People around the servants started disappearing. People started asking questions, to the point that people needed to be re-educated for the good of the bloodline. Barristan was the last of the Kenches, and the bloodline needed to continue by this physician's phrasing. Many of the guards and servants were reprogrammed, but more and more continued to go missing, and 5 guards survived the reprogramming process. A couple pages later, it looks like that number was crossed out, and the number 2 was written in. As the lady became insatiably hungry, a few weeks later, the Lord started having issues sleeping. He was given milk of the poppy to try to calm his nerves and sleep through the night, but to no avail. The next day, it seems the Lord had been given a vision from God. The neighbors of the lordly estates were gathered and one by one sacrificed for the good of the child. The lady's pregnancy continued to move far quicker than anyone could have expected. Truly, this is God's will. The last entry, before a torn-out page, the body of Eobard Kench was acquired from the mines. The protection ritual can be enacted.
Oh, boy.
Oh?
I have cast Detect Magic, by the way.
All right. Give me a perception check with advantage.
15.
You can see there are, among several other pieces of discarded clothing in this room, one of them catches your attention as there is a magical object, a orb of sorts, by a what looks to be a mostly busted off shirts of armor, kind of in the back corner of the room by an open window, right about here. As you approach it, you see that this armor was created by several hooks holding on to knives that were then bound together to create basically a suit of dark steel knives.
Ugh.
The orb that you find radiates with a very strong magical energy.
What school?
I actually have no idea. It's just, I'm going to go with enchantment.
Okay.
It is a particular item.
Got another item in here, Denier.
All right.
Enchantment, probably.
Yeah, it's
Enchantment.
it's a orb of kind of opalescent stone befixed on a circlet.
I can take a look at it whenever I have the opportunity. Yeah, it
Well,
turns
fish-
out Vile Blood really was pregnant. Apparently, it's some kind of miracle.
Shit, son of a fuck.
Apparently, Kinch was the last in the bloodline, so they thought it was a miracle from God because the bloodline gets to continue, and we don't know where Vile Blood is.
Oh, right. We were hunting her, right?
Yes, we were.
Uh,
And again,
I'll-
Harish didn't send us to get Vile Blood; he sent us to get Kinch.
Yeah,
So-
but
I'll
that
fit-
one's done now, so we need a new one.
I'll fish the circlet out and eye it for a moment and then stuff it in the bag.
is there any trail I can pick up on?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
3.
Nothing in this particular area seems to give you any sign of like where they like outside of like jumping out the window.
Hey,
But the windows aren't open far enough.
Knowing
Asmo's
if
gonna try- Oh, sorry.
I was about to say, knowing vampires and what they're capable of, pretty much on instinct, would I be able to do an investigation check as well?
I'll say both you and Nara can make a nature check with advantage.
Nature check with advantage. Okay.
7.
Gonna give the
Nara's-
RNG a minute to get the
Nara,
stick
you have
out
not
of it.
you have not dealt with a lot of vampires. You know that your master created them a long time ago, though.
9.
Oh, good.
You have also not dealt with nearly enough vampires to truly know what one is fully capable of.
Asmo's gonna try and push the bed to see if there's a secret passage underneath.
All right, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Let me try this here. Hold on. Let me try this here. Hold on. Yeah.
15.
You're able to like kind of streak it across the ground. Does not like it. First of all, it does not move very easily. It is a very, very heavy bed. The fact that you're even able to kind of like inch it along as you are is
Okay.
very surprising given your current state. But it does not look like there are any passages beneath it.
Okay, well.
Well,
Keep trying doors then.
Lenny, is this a doorway right here?
It
by
is
me?
not.
Are these windows?
Yes.
I'm gonna peep my head out.
Still raining outside. As you're looking around, you can go ahead and give me a perception check.
19.
As you look out the windows, you can see over the courtyard. You see the bodies of the dogs. Well, actually, I don't know how many of the dogs would actually be in the courtyard from where you can see. In fact, I think you killed most of them on the inside. But
Oops.
yeah, you see the courtyard where the dogs once kind of played down below you. Off to the north, which is ironically the south of the map, you can see the great expanse of the maw stretch out beyond the topiary maze behind the house, just stretching off as if like looking over the edge of kind of looking over the edge of the planet, just a black void crawling on to eternity. But other than that, nothing really catches your eye. Except for the massive fuck-off cannon also built kind of just northeast of the house.
Is that doing anything?
For a moment, when the lightning flashed, you could have sworn you saw movement on it.
Well, hey guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw something on that big cannon gun. Just saying.
We have it. We probably should neutralize that as well, shouldn't we?
Where?
I don't know, over there, out the window. You see? It's kind of hard to miss.
Do I see it?
The cannon? Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss. It's big. It's like it looks like it's built on a kind of a obsidian obelisk. This black iron cannon, just kind of like sitting there.
Where is it pointed?
Currently westward. It's definitely waiting for something to approach from the skies from that direction.
Probably dragons.
Yeah,
And along with near it.
along with the ballistae on the outer walls of the city, you're assuming that that's what they're most afraid of getting attacked by.
You saw something near it.
I think I saw something. I'm not really sure.
You're not sure.
No. I might have seen something. It's raining.
Is the window open?
3 of the windows in this room are cracked. Yes, like just kind of like slid, like kind of like they're those kind of like push out windows. So they're kind of like cracked slightly from the bottom. Big enough that maybe like you could fit your hand and arm through. Not big enough for you to climb through yourself, but small animals might be able to crawl through it.
I know something above game,
Yes, I'm sure several of you do.
and Wolfgang is a monster hunter.
He is. I
feel
gave you advantage on that nature check.
Yeah, I sure did. Fuck. All right.
Look, your head's spinning in a lot of directions right now. Maybe it's not that Wolfgang knows exactly what, like, doesn't know this stuff. It's just that he's having a bit of a brain fart and a bit of a rough day.
So now what? We don't have the vile blood. We have the Kench. And my sword changed colors. So what now?
We could secure the teleportation circle.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if I go to the bathroom? I actually really have to go.
Go.
Asmo walks off to the corner to piss.
I'm gonna take a piss real fast.
You gotta take a piss.
That's not the corner.
He's just. I'm pretty sure snakes are innies, but he's just draping it out the window.
So what time of day is it right now?
Just past sundown.
Just past sundown.
By your guess, you spent a chunk of time getting to here after, waking up this morning with Flix, spent a few hours under, and you're still, like, you're in the area where of the globe where everything's still fall, so the sun doesn't stay up as long as it does down south.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do it. Wolfgang's gonna pull out Requiem. He's gonna load in. He's gonna load in a silver bullet.
All right.
I'm going to cast light on the bullet.
All right. From within the barrel, your gun actually kind of looks like a flashlight right now, like a very early rendition of a very dangerous flashlight.
And then I'm going to shoot at that obelisk. Try and light it up.
All right. So there is the base. It's kind of like a very tall light tower. The base is kind of like wide. It looks like it goes up maybe about 100 feet at its peak. and then there's kind of this, like, from where you are, you're not sure if your bullet will make it all the way there. You're a few football fields away, let's say.
Fuck.
So if you, like, arc it, but this is going to be a, like, I'm going to let you make the shot with Requiem. You're just going to have to, like, arc it a little bit.
It's kind of like I'm firing a flare is what I'm doing.
Pretty much. You're just trying to hit this tower from here to get kind of a better view. You can see from here that there's, like, this outer railing just beneath the cannon. So go ahead and give me a shot with Requiem.
Here I go.
Ooh.
25.
Ooh.
You know it's a stationary target. You're trying to compensate for the wind. You take Requiem. You shatter out the window a little bit so you can arc it a bit better. And you, like, take wind into consideration, and bang! You see the bullet as a ball of light just fly up. It begins to arc, kind of twist in the wind a little bit. And it embeds itself on the lower railing of what appears to be this little walkway outside of the base of the cannon near the top. Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage, Nara and Wolfgang. And Demir, you're at the window as well.
28.
Oh,
21.
She's been jumping on the bed and watching all this happen.
Wolfgang, you were preoccupied just, like, trying to make that shot and following the bullet that you missed this in the background. But as that bullet, pang, hit, Nara Denir, you see the shadow of a humanoid creature just kind of, like, scurry off into a doorway. Like, just kind of, like, run out of the way where that light went. And kind of, like, close itself off in a doorway by the cannon.
Nara was jumping on the bed, and as soon as she saw that, she jumped off and got in serious tracker mode again.
Found it.
found it. What did it look like?
It's probably the thing.
With your eyes, Nara, it looked like kind of a hunched over humanoid, almost goblin-ish.
It looked like a human, but it was kind of hunchy and sort of more like goblin.
Goblin.
That's just the best you can tell from this far out.
Probably not viable.
Sort of.
Let's keep moving.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Asmo, you're still taking a piss?
Yeah.
He starts shaking it off. He just kind of like nods, kind of like rubs the back of, kind of rubs his achy shoulders, tries to stretch a little bit, and begins following you.
Fucking so weird. Denier.
Yeah.
Let's get moving.
I don't like this for some reason. All right, where to?
And all this, Denier, you spent a good chunk of time up north. Go ahead and give me a nature check with advantage as well.
Okie doke.
In fact, you've probably had the second most first-hand experience here.
21.
With vampires. From what you know of vampires, they can shapeshift, especially as they, get better in their vampirism. And the fact that there was some discarded clothing that she was definitely wearing earlier on, you're thinking that she probably used that to escape.
Wait a minute.
What?
No, I'm going for that cannon. I think that's vile blood. She might be getting ready to turn the cannon on the house.
Okay, that's not fucking. I'm so scatterbrained right now. The adrenaline's still pumping. Asmo, grab my hand.
No, grab mine.
Okay.
Other hand.
Going on.
Let's go. We gotta go.
I'm guessing both of us dimension door to the cannon.
Dimension door.
How far does Dimension Door take you?
500 feet.
It's not quite going to make it to the cannon, but it will make it to the far end of the topiary maze. Like, off to the kitty corner of the house. You are probably about... Alright, as you leave Kench's body behind, you are probably about. Let me get over to her. I should have made a proper map of Silver Rock itself. You're probably like halfway between the Kench Estates and the cannon. Up ahead, you can see like that there's an actual patrol of soldiers kind of like marching around the base of it. It's dark out, so they haven't seen you yet. So go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Oh boy.
15.
18.
23.
10.
Stop wearing white.
It's all he knows how to do.
That's for effect.
All right, let me.
Nick,
Yes,
I have a very important question.
I might have a very important answer.
If I am assisting in the death of someone, can I apply that to Veil of Faces?
You don't know.
Oh.
Because I'm going to try to put on Veil of Faces and look like Kench.
Go for it.
Oh fuck.
This is something that you definitely have your like. You know what? I'm just gonna say this. As you are within proximity of his soul right now, you can feel the Veil of Faces as it's kind of like seems to almost like symbiotically between the blade, the crimson blade in your hand, the cage on Wolfgang's belt, you begin to
really
take on this. Your hair starts growing long and black. Your form starts to look a lot taller than it is, and you take on the guise of Barristan Kench.
Speaking of,
Quietly pulls out the. He's pretty much just making a face and pulling out the giant two-handed mace.
Hammer. It is a hammer. It is a war hammer.
Hammer.
Oh, that will be useful.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Connor. Asmo just taps her on the shoulder.
Nara like turns around and goes, "Ta-da!"
That is the scariest thing I've ever seen. Here's your giant hammer.
Thank you.
You hand the
Get
hammer to
back
Nara.
after you're done.
Oh yeah, I hand the hammer to Dara.
this
All
might
right,
just be
Nara, as you grab the hammer, boom! It just pulls you straight to the ground. This thing weighs like 300 pounds.
That's a lot heavier than I was expecting.
Give me an give me an athletics check.
4.
The rest of you try to stifle a laugh as the image of Barristan Kench just feebly trying to lift up his hammer, like
Both
going
hands.
red in the face, like pulling with both hands, trying to get leverage from beneath it, looking like extremely flustered. The rest of you have to like really stifle a laugh as you are seeing this image.
Asmo puts his hand.
Tell you what. No. Tell you what. I'm gonna carry it and just come up with an excuse for why that is. Because I'm your seconding. I'm your hammer carrier. Huh?
Fine. I didn't want to carry it anyway.
I just
Royal-
seen you
the
being
Royal
really
Kench-
upset. As
the Royal
Barristan-
Kench hammer carrier.
The Royal Kench. Yep.
Fine.
Yep.
Carry it, Asmo.
Uh,
Oh, wait. How did
What?
the Kench talk?
Just really just think you're better than everybody.
Very
Self-righteous.
boastful, very prideful.
Boast.
You
Boast
got a vampire pregnant. Really feel like you're the man.
I don't
Speaking
know
of
what
our-
that means.
Speaking
but
of
I
our
will
lucky
try.
lady, I'm gonna try to get some eyes on the inside.
Okay.
I'm assuming that Kench was inside this thing, so I'm going to hold up the cage in my hands by the chain. My eyes will flash white, and I'll say, "Show me what you saw in life, and part of your penance will be paid." And I'm going to use Eyes of the Dead.
what does Eyes of the Dead do? That is a new one to me.
As an action, I can name a place the humanoid trapped in the soul cage saw in life, which creates an invisible sensor somewhere in that place if it's currently on the plane of existence that you're on. The sensor remains for as long as you can concentrate for up to 10 minutes. as if you were concentrating on a spell. You receive visual and auditory information from the sensor as if you were using your own senses.
So it works kind of like clairvoyance?
Pretty much.
All right. What part of the tower are you trying to look into?
The part of the tower that Nara saw that weird goblin thing go into.
All right. The base of the cannon. You get a look in there. The inside of this tower looks like a very cluttered, disheveled workshop. There's messy, oily tools everywhere, like drawn up arcane runes. You hear clang, clang, clang as you see various bits of metal just kind of flying from a corner from a shadowy figure. It seems to be like working from a junk pile. You hear it.
The lady will be by any moment. Check it out there. Go to me. Make sure I got everything going. Make sure it's operational. Yes, operational. Yes, the lady will be pleased. Yes.
Do I see this individual?
You see from your perspective. Are you able to move the clairvoyant orb?
I think there's a spot that is chosen. I'll probably just pick a vantage point where I can.
I have you like dead on in the center of this room just to get the best vantage point you can. This guy is very low in this pile of junk that he seems to be like tossing around. Seems very unkempt. Every now and again you see its head like rock up. It has these very thin wisps of hair that you can't quite make out the color of, as it is pitch black in here. It's dark enough that somebody with like night vision might be able to see what they're doing. You see a very bony, contorted spine as it kind of like leans up every now and again. Its arm is like gangly. Its fingers are longer than normal.
Ugh. I will say the spell says that I receive auditory and visual information as if I were using my senses, so it does have dark vision.
Okay, yeah. So I am letting you see as if you are with dark vision right now. It's just that he's kind of in this pile, and every now and again you kind of get a glimpse at one of his appendages. Looks to be maybe a halfling or at the very least a very, very short human, humanoid, just kind of muttering to itself these crazed incoherences.
If the lady drops by, she'll be pleased. Yes, operational. Must be operational. Yes.
I see those runes on the ground as well, correct?
Yeah, you see like these runes. They're all like drawn on paper. They don't appear. Some of them are etched into metal plates that look like they need to be installed somewhere. And just behind you, as you're kind of glancing around this room, at the very center of this room, there is a very like thick dark steel ladder that leads up to a hatch that you're assuming leads further up to where the cannon might be better controlled or worked on. You see lightning flash from the many windows around the room, and you get a slightly better look at your surroundings as the lightning flash illuminates everything around you for just a moment. It looks just about the same. It is a cluttered mess of things. You are just in the workshop of the craftsman who has been making this cannon operational.
Okay. I'll just keep concentration on that for the time being, and then I'll just relay what I see and I hear. There's some gibbering poor fool muttering stuff about if the lady drops by.
Okay,
How
so
small is he?
There are runes, but I don't think any of them are active.
Wait a minute, wasn't one of those gnomes missing? Who was kidnapped?
from where?
Talos and Timbries.
No, we got him back. Right?
Oh, we did? Fuck. I didn't know if we got him back or not.
Yeah, you saved Timry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got him back a while ago.
Dude, I am so sorry. I didn't remember if we saved Timry or not.
Sorry, I'm still a little bit lightheaded. Again, the sound of that hammer hitting my shield. God.
That's fine.
Where is it? How do we get there?
If she's not in the tower, then she has to be. She may have just escaped into the city somewhere, but we still need to secure the tower. We need to secure the cannon at the very least, so we can relay information to Harish and possibly bring troops in.
We can always find her later.
True. Oh.
Nara puts the belt on.
All right. As you strap the belt around your waist, you can feel your muscles tense, like they densen up. You gain maybe about like 5 pounds of muscle on each of your arms.
Whoa!
You now have what feels to be an 8-pack.
Wow.
As you just feel like this surge of strength.
Oh, this is nice. Asmo, can I try and hold the hammer again?
Sure.
Asmo slowly, like, just okay.
You,
well, let's see
you
what
reach your
happens now.
you reach your arms out with 2 hands. Nara, you reach out with 1 and pick it up with ease.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh man, this is gonna be.
Asmo just makes a face. He doesn't quite know what it's going to be like.
Well, man, this is already weird.
No, it's okay. Alrighty, let's.
How do we get to the cannon?
Hang on.
It's straight in front of you. There are just a few guards stationed. It looks like a squadron of about 8 to 10 guards stationed by the base of it. Some of them are in what appears to like a few of them are in a shack, just kind of like working by a fire. A few others are just patrolling outside, wearing the best rain gear they have for this situation.
Okay. Nara's gonna pop the hammer over her shoulder and like wink at them and be like,
Ready to go?
I used the cloak of incognito to change my appearance to a generic human, like the guards at the front of the manor.
Cloak of Incognito only causes billowy black smoke to obscure your face, and it changes your voice.
Oh, I thought it changed I thought it did different things. I'm sorry.
It's not like a hat of disguise. It is literally what it says. It is meant to obscure your appearance.
Fair enough. Hood goes up.
Weird. I will cast Prestidigitation on my outfit to make it black instead.
Okay. You cast prodigitation.
All right, so we got Goth Wolfgang, a Spectre of Death, Buff Nara in the guise of Barristan Kench and Asma.
I'll probably just look like a fucking vampire or I don't know, some guy who lives in Chicago or something.
Okay, I should be.
Okay.
I'll be.
All right.
Well, I'll be a wretch of a servant. Don't worry, I got it.
Oh, okay.
and she very gingerly pats the top of his head with her massive Kench hands.
Okay, let's not do that.
Asmo, you get slight PTSD at that, Asmo.
It ain't me. Okay, no. I ain't no fortunate. Whoa, stop that! Every time you.
I'm gonna.
And Nara, as you reach down, like you see Asmo just kind of like flinch a little bit.
Oh, it's okay.
Before we go
You
in,
just look like a guy who tortured me. It's okay.
I'm gonna top myself off.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna take a.
I'm gonna hold aloft the soul cage again, and I'm going to say, Barristan Kench, give your life force to me, and part of your penance will be paid. And I use steal life.
You see as the you see as the force from the cage, there is a trickling of energy, reluctant at first, but it begins to flow as it doesn't have much choice. Into Wolfgang's, like it seems to replenish Wolfgang's vitality.
I heal 2d8.
Damn.
Nara, once again, this is something very similar to things that your master would do.
No, I've seen that one before.
He just starts laughing at that.
Asmo's gonna drink one of those.
Blondie laugh?
For
Today
such a-
is a good day.
No, it's just funny. For such a mama's boy, he sure uses his father's powers a lot.
Huh? Nara's also gonna take one more potion. They heal for how much again?
2d4 plus 4, I think.
2d4 plus 4. Okay.
Oh!
6?
Ow.
That fucking sucks.
Fucking watered down.
Oh,
6. Ah!
Oh my god! Roll 20. Stop! Stop!
wow.
You guys were sold a bill of goods on these potions. I'm sorry. Like these have been cut like pretty heavily with some.
Wait. Do we just heal
water?
6? Do we just heal 6, 6, and 6?
Yeah.
It seems that way.
Yay! This is gonna go great. All right. Good enough, I guess.
This can
No.
only
Yeah.
this can only
No.
bode well for what's to come.
Oh yeah. Yep.
All
All right.
So you
we're
begin
gonna
making your
march
way.
March
No
forward.
longer. Are any of you still stealthing? Obviously, Nara isn't.
I guess I would be.
All right, Wolfgang, go ahead and stealth.
I'm more of a... I stick out a little bit more. Soft 20.
Nice.
Changing your clothes to black, you all of a sudden blend in much better with your surroundings.
It's stealth just as well wearing white. Just fucking tripped or something.
Anybody else deciding to stealth, or are you just marching with Barristan as his eclectic entourage?
I'm playing the role of Igor quite well right now. I got a little bit of a hunch, and I'm kind of like fake limping.
Okay.
Oh, stealth. 16.
Nice.
So, Nara and Asmo, you guys begin to approach these guards. When they see the movements as you're approaching, just roll in to see if they see Wolfgang or Denier. Okay. They immediately kind of like take up guard until they notice Kench. Then they kind of lower it a little, and then they see you again, Asmo, and they take up their guard just a little bit more. Evening, sir. What's
What?
Well, forgive me. Why do you have one of the most wanted people in our land at your side? He doesn't even look to be chained up.
Do you
Oh,
question my motives? Quiet.
Go ahead. Go ahead and give me intimidation with advantage.
17.
No, sir. I'm just curious. I thought you were on a. What can I do for you, sir?
Stay out of my way.
Of course. If there's anything that we can get for you, just let me know. Men at attention! The Lord's here! They like stand at attention, just kind of like clasp their arms to the side of their chest. Hail, Lord Kench!
Do you have healing potions?
Oh, of course. We stay stationed with some. Did you run out at the?
Give them
The
my
answer is
master.
yes. Now hand them over.
Okay, yes, of course. Every single one of them. Oh, you man! Give us your heal potions now! Yes, raid the chest! The Lord demands it! You guys get 6 healing potions from these guards.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Can
goodness.
I drink 2 right now? Just.
Yes, go ahead and pop the cork and just like maintain eye contact, assert dominance.
I'm gonna do the same. Actually.
18. Oh, beautiful.
You said 2d4 plus 2?
2d4 plus 4.
4. Okay. So that's gonna be 11.
So both Wolfgang and Denier from the back, you just see like these men just hand off red vials, and both Asmo and the guys of Barristan Kent just start popping the corks and just fucking chugging these healing potions in front of these guards who are standing there very confused.
Ah, really good.
If only they
I
knew.
gotta go.
Did-
I'm gonna go for one more for me. One more.
Pardon if I'm overstepping my boundaries, sir, but did something move?
Kent, one of your soldiers is talking.
Quiet
to me.
yourself!
I just wanted to know if anything hurt you and if you need any assistance.
I need
This was
no
me.
assistance.
The damage I took was going through battle lines to inform Lord Kent of the movements of the enemies. So you're right to be concerned.
Who has
Good
come through
job.
this area, guard?
Nobody, just the imp up top. It's just at work. Why, he doesn't even really leave. We just let him do his thing. And then...
Give me a report of the day. What has happened?
Yes, sir. Well, we showed up at the designated time, relieving the other troops. They went to join the front gate as you commanded. We were working in these shifts, and we have seen no disturbances, no problems whatsoever. The sky's, well, obviously not clear now, but it seems to be nothing coming towards us. I mean, it's been clear all night. Except for, well, there was an odd ball of light that flew through the sky just moments ago. Did you have something to do? Is that why you're here, sir?
Part of my plans.
Okay.
Are you meaning to question them?
No, absolutely not. I am a willing, and I want to make sure that the kingdom of Silver Rock sees its greatest glory and all the glory to come. Hail to you, great sir.
Right answer. Anyone who is in my party at this moment is not to be disturbed. Is that understood?
Absolutely. You know way better how to handle yourself and anybody that's with you than any of us ever could. We are lowly and in awe of your greatness.
If there is any word of movement of any kind, you tell me immediately.
We will make sure to blow the signal horn as hard and as loud as we can. May the glory of your lineage continue to bless these lands.
Good. She, moves back out of his face, and then puts up a single hand with two fingers and points forward, and then starts walking into the cannon area.
Yeah, you have no issue. All of these people are terrified of you right now. Just standing purely at attention, doing their best to stay respectful but not make direct eye contact. Denier, Wolfgang, you see what's transpired. These men, if they weren't already wet from rain, might be wet from other things. Especially the one that Kench just got into the face of.
I will follow after Kench.
Whatever they're out of view, Nara's gonna do a twirl.
Be like, oh, that was fun.
So as you pass them, just as you pass them, are you doing the twirl, or once
No,
you
no,
get
no,
inside
no,
the tower?
Once I'm completely out of view, I know that we're alone.
Okay. You make your way to the base of the tower where you find a hatched door. Just looks like it has kind of a crank style on it.
She's gonna get the crank and crank it.
All right. With your newly found strength, this is just easy peasy opening.
Wow, look at this.
Yes, sir. You're very mighty.
Who said that?
They immediately clam back up. Nobody moves. Denier, Wolfgang, you guys both stealthed very well. That in this commotion, you can just sneak past the guards. And you guys find your way to the inside of this tower. The interior down here looks like it's a battle station of sorts. There are racks where weapons are hung, spears, halberds, swords, shields. Looks like it's ready for sieges. Some of these racks look like they double up as palisades in case anybody tries to breach the bottom of this tower.
Anything useful for moi?
You can go ahead and give me a perception check.
18.
The weapons around here are all fairly well crafted. Nothing immediately jumps out at you as, holy shit, I need this right now, but...
Okay.
Hey, is there anyone around us, or is it just us four right now?
Once you make your way into this tower and you close the door behind you, it's just you four now. Nobody else is in here.
So here's a silly question.
Hmm.
If this gun is meant to fire on anyone who tries to attack this city, what do you think the range is on this bad boy?
Would Nara know anything about guns at all, or cannons?
Probably not. You'd probably have an intelligence. Yes, Wolfgang, you know the most about ballistics. You can go ahead and give me an intelligence check, though.
Okay.
Because even you didn't make your gun. You just know how to upkeep it.
Do I want to do this again? Nah. I'll just do the straight intelligence check. I only have a limited number of times I can squeeze information from a soul. That's going to be an 8.
Well, you know that this thing's got to be packed with a lot of energy in order to fire, but based on the size of this thing, it probably packs a hell of a punch. You're not really sure what the effective range of it is, though.
Thing this big. He pulls out Requiem and looks at it. Looks up as if to look at the cannon.
Yeah, you see this spiraling staircase around the perimeter of the tower, leading upwards to a floor. Like there's another wooden and stone floor about 30 feet above you.
I'd have to say miles, maybe.
How many miles again would you say?
Miles. I just said miles.
Miles, plural.
We might want to take the power source if we have a chance, if it's carryable.
Well, let's go find it.
I agree. Be on the lookout for that weird gremlin creature.
Oh, this should be a lot of fun.
You guys begin ascending the staircase.
Yep.
You ascend the staircase upwards, you travel around the perimeter of the tower once, and you're up that 30-foot height. This second floor looks like there is a hatch that can be closed at the top of the stairway. There seems to be a lever by the stairway as well. Some sort of mechanical contraption. This room looks as though it holds a few basic storage goods. Looks like it's meant to maintain a siege. There's barrels of preserved foods and liquids, and few locations that look like they can be used to rest, and more fortifications. The
Seems
staircase.
like a nice place.
Yeah, the staircase continues up just around the other side of the. It continues up the tower. This time, an additional 30 feet up, or an additional 20 feet upwards to the next floor, as the tower gets slightly narrower as you get higher.
Anything of note as we're moving through this area, or anyone sneaking around?
You can give me another perception check if you'd like.
20.
Doesn't
I
look like it.
will-
Sorry, what were you going to say, Wolfgang?
Oh, I was just going to say, notably, I still have the goggles of sea invisibility on, and I am using detect magic.
All right, nothing appears to be invisible here. Nothing particularly magical either. There are some non-active runes on the trap door that can be closed to kind of ward off this room. They look like abjuration wards.
Okay.
And further up, you can see kind of the glimmers of another trapdoor with a very similar set of runes on them. Still currently open. And Nara, you don't see anything kind of like lurking around up here. This place is so clean, not even like rodents or anything have made it into this room.
Okay.
And again, nothing of particular use for you up here that you can see.
Any chance I can take a look at the runes and try to like figure out what they are, given that I've got knowledge of runes?
Absolutely.
And
Go ahead and
abjuration?
give me an Arcana check with advantage, as this
Okay.
is your school of specialty.
18.
These runes are meant to harden. Like one of them appears to be made to harden the surface. The other one is meant to lock it shut.
One
So
of these looks like an arcane lock, and also looks like one toughens the door. Makes it almost impossible to pry open and even harder to bust through.
Probably to keep us out.
Well, if the tower's ever sieged, absolutely.
All right.
I wonder who would have the key.
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Maybe
Forget-
the creature above.
Probably. We could try to. Kench could try to convince it to open the door.
The door above you is not closed, by the way. It's still open.
Oh. Never
I was
mind.
just
Then.
looking over it, just look over it.
You just see that the door, like the trap door above you, since you have a bubble of 30 feet of that, just like detect magic. It's 20 feet above you, so you can see it.
Okay.
All right. Shall we continue heading up?
I see no reason why we shouldn't.
Be careful.
Yep.
And Nara's going to be the first one to go up since Kench would probably do that.
All right, you make your way up the stairs further, another 20 feet up the tower. You're at about the halfway point of the tower. This room appears to be a mid-deck observation room and staging room of sorts. There are a few stations, a few pieces of material. Looks like it could be used to repair the cannon itself. Lots of sheets of scrap metal, dark steel waiting to be used. This room, go ahead and give me a perception check.
26.
Woo!
Does have something you might be interested in there. And Wolfgang, you kind of noticed this too with your magical vision. There is a magically sealed chest in this room.
Oh, hello.
Magic.
Denier,
Hmm.
can you do something about this?
I might be able to. It's a possibility. It might be a little bit loud, though. It's magically sealed.
Yeah, it looks like the chest itself is enchanted.
I would like to attempt to dispel magic on the chest.
All right, go ahead and cast away.
Okie doke. Let me see. I'm going. Where is it? 22.
All right, you cast your spell, and with that roll, you see the magical field on the chest itself begin to dissipate.
That ought to do it. And Denier will move away from it. Mage hand. Use the mage hand to try to open it.
It is still locked.
Looks over at Asmo.
If you want to look in there.
Oh boy.
Asmo just like creeps up, crosses his fingers that it's not a mimic.
Your lockpick is currently broken, so your thieves' tools are going to be less useful here. So just give me a sleight of hand check.
Come on, just take a little hammer and just stick it in there and twist it to the left and
16.
Nice.
You begin working, like, what tools you do still have. It's messy. You don't exactly pop the lock so much as you absolutely break it. But it nonetheless unlocks. You just met its DC.
Ooh. That poor chest.
Asmo,
yeah.
can I see your tool things?
Sure, Asmo kind of just like holds it over his head, not even looking at you.
And
There.
she's gonna use mending and fix it.
As you don't have all as you don't have all the pieces to the lockpick itself, you kind of just take like kind of metal from around this room and just kind of reproduce the tool using some of the materials that are used for crafting in this room.
That's what I
So-
figured was gonna happen.
Yeah, you now have a set of black steel lockpicks.
Oh, black steel.
Ooh.
Ooh. What?
Better?
Sexy.
Yeah, a little bit.
What do I use to roll now, Nick?
You've already broken it open. Like the chest is ready to open.
It's already good. She's just
All right.
fixing that for future use.
And Asmo just kind of backs off so you guys can take a look inside the chest.
I will use Mage Hand to open the chest.
We're so paranoid.
Yeah, nothing happens as you open it. The lock kind of like as you pry it open. On the inside, you find an additional 3 healing potions
Yeah.
Wait.
and 2 wands.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I will pick up the wands.
I'm good.
Wait,
Wait,
you-
no, I want
2
one.
wands? What was before the 2 wands?
3 healing potions.
Yum.
Wait, what do the wands look like?
One of them appears to like be this like slick black wand that almost looks like it has an oily texture to it,
Oh.
but it feels just like normal wood when you hold it in your hand. The second one looks as though it actually looks like it's a sling. Like it has like this stringy wispy look to it, but the like if you try to like whip it back and forth, like the sling part of it does not fling.
Could I perhaps see the school of each of those wands?
One of them is the School of Transmutation,
Mm-hmm.
and the other I believe is the same actually.
Oh. They're both transmutation.
When we get a moment, I can take a second. I can identify everything, but it takes 10 minutes a shot.
Yeah, we should probably keep going. We gotta shut this cannon down.
You hold on to those for now, Denier, okay?
All right.
All right, so we got those 6
Oh,
potions
I'm sorry.
from
The
that guy.
other one is Conjuration. My bad.
Ooh.
Oh. Interesting.
If
Yes.
you have the stats for that belt, could you add it to my sheet? Because I don't know what it is.
I will once you guys have identified it properly, but
Okay.
for right now, just know that your strength is much higher than what it normally would be.
Okay.
Ooh. That makes me wonder.
Oh yeah, it makes me wonder too. We'll talk after. After this wonderful adventure, we'll sit down. We'll throw everything down on the table.
Okay, so I had those 3 potions. You had the 1, so that's down to 2 plus these 3. We have 5 healing potions.
What?
Yeah.
I had like 9.
I take one of them and I
We're down to 4 healing potions.
yup.
We each had 3 at this. I handed each of you 3 before we left.
Yeah, we each had 3, and then they gave each of us 6. at the thing?
Not
No,
each of you,
we got
just 6 total.
altogether.
And then you and Asmo drank 4 of them.
Oh, okay. So then I had 1.
So you got a net total, a net gain of 2 from the guards.
Okay. Okay.
Real quick,
gonna
quick
put
and
it
easy.
at
Do that.
3. Okay.
Is
All right.
it wrong that they just got all the red potions?
I'm gonna drink 2 more as well.
Okay.
I got messed up by.
And Asmo just gestures his thumb at Nara.
And she looks hurt. Puts her hands out like, what?
Wonder what he's thinking. I just sort of jiggle the soul cage.
Oh, 11. 61.
Nice.
And
I could ask him, but that'd be a waste.
Nah.
it will be N6. Alrighty, then that'll be it for me. Oh, thank God I have those healing potions. 3.
All right,
All right.
All right, cool. All right, cross 2 off there. So down 2.
let's get a move on.
Yep, the next set of stairs leads up, again, about another 20 feet up to another platform.
Okay. Anything up there?
As you
heads around
continue,
like
as you
Huey Dewey.
continue walking up, once again, there's another trap door at the top that is currently open. This room is filled with basically like more repair materials. Few like this room looks like it's been used a bit more recently. There are kind of wet, muddy, bare footprints around the area. Looks like it's a staging area for going further up. There are a few additional weapons like kind of sheltered on the wall, as well as a bunch of repair tools, larger, bulkier tools, some scrubs, like hard metal scrubs that you might use to clean this thing. And there is a ladder on the far wall that leads, or a staircase in the center of the room that leads up to a doorway that leads out to that walkway that you saw previously from outside.
How many sets of footprints are in the room?
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
15.
Hey.
There are a lot of footprints here, but they all look like they came from the same creature.
There's only one been in this room lately. Probably the thing that you saw before.
Probably. Did the thing have shoes?
Nope. I mean,
No.
you didn't see its feet, but clearly by the footprints around here, these are bare footprints of a humanoid.
It must not leave this space very often.
Probably not.
Shall we
Kinda
go?
makes sense.
We should hurry.
I don't think she's here, but let's.
We can find out. We have plenty of time. I jingle the soul cage again before I let it go slack.
All right, you make your way up to the doorway. It's another one of those hatch doors. Crank it open, and outside you see a slick stone and metal walkway with a railing around the outside that goes around the perimeter of the tower. Directly above you, you can see the cannon, this black steel, almost stone-like hue, like stone-like hewn black metal of this cannon above you. And directly next to you, you see the sheened, mirrored one-way window of the observation deck.
Is there like a doorway into the observation deck?
Yes, yeah, you know there is. Since you saw the creature walk into it, you know that it's just not on this side of the cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And so you wander around to kind of like the front side of the tower, and you see that doorway.
Anything of note out here?
You see the dimming effects of the shot that Wolfgang took with his light-infused bullet as it just kind of like fades out on the rung that you see towards Kench's manor. But nothing that immediately catches your eyes. You can't see through the glass that leads inward.
Okay. I was gonna go up to the door.
All right, you march up to the door.
Yep.
You are now in front of the door.
I'm gonna go in.
All right, you put your hands on the crank. It does not immediately give. Go ahead and give me an athletics check with advantage, and I'm going to add the difference.
Okay. 18.
All right. You can feel the thing give as if like something's kind of like blocking it, but then you feel like crunch as you kind of break a locking mechanism almost accidentally on the inside, and the door
Oh hell, that's good belt.
All that you hear is, and she like slowly turns around and is like, "Oops."
That's a fucking good belt.
That's a real good belt.
And we're gonna have to talk about that belt after we're done all this.
You pull the door outwards, and on the inside, you see, kind of quivering in this pile of junk, a little halfling man, eyes kind of bugged out, looks almost Smeagolish. His, like, wearing this very drab, white, ripped up shirt, long wisps of gray hair, his face full of missing, like his mouth full of missing teeth as he just kind of glances out at you.
The lord of the household? What brings you by? What brings you by Grimp's workshop?
And here is where we will take a quick break.
Grimp.
Grimp.
I would just like to say I love your NPC names. They're so.
Thank you. Hey guys, Lani here. If you're liking what you're watching, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really helps me feel the love for this series. And if you want to catch us live, feel free to hit us up on twitch.tv/Lanipator Mondays at 5 o'clock Central Time. Thanks for rolling with me. Now let's get back to the action.
Why has the master come to Grimp's workshop? Do you choose to torture me more? I do the work. I do the work. The lady will be pleased.
Status report.
Status report. Step in, see status. Yes. Grimp ready.
Any type of, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the word? Insight check on this, on how he's taking it?
You may go ahead and insight this apparently crazed man.
23.
He does not seem very friendly towards Kench, and he is very excited for you to enter. Maliciously so.
Oh, really?
Yes, come see. Grimp has great surprises.
You can tell me about them here.
I can, but it's so much easier to see on the inside. Yes, you're not.
I cast light.
Oh, okay.
As you do, what do you cast it on?
Up the ceiling.
As the ceiling illuminates, the one known as Grimp, who you now see to be this albino halfling who's completely emaciated, kind of shrieks from a moment, and like goes to like cover its eyes and just like hide under a table.
What foul is this? You know magic! You not magic!
Not me.
Grimp, sorry! Grimp, Grimp, no do!
What were you going to do?
Nothing! Grimp only pleases the lady! Grimp!
And what has the lady wanted?
Yes, the cannon! She's ready! She's ready for the lady!
I turn off the light.
Tell me more about the
Is she with you? The lady?
She'll be here soon.
Really?
He kind of like
Yes.
you see him kind of like peek his head out from under a pile of scrap metal beneath the table he went and hid under.
Yes, she'll be here very soon.
Wonderful. Yes.
She wanted me to ask you how things were with the cannon, if the preparations were ready. And
ahead
for
and-
you to tell me about what you've been doing for preparation.
Go ahead and roll me a deception check. As his eyes kind of like kind of squint at you, one of his lazy eyes rolls a little bit.
15.
You. What happened to you? You're not going to hurt Grimp.
You've done most of what I needed. Why should I hurt you any further?
Because that is what you do. You hurt Grimp. You torment Grimp. You mock Grimp.
Your work has surpassed my need to hurt Grimp.
Go ahead and roll another deception check.
11.
Lie. You never need hurt Grimp. You enjoyed. You enjoyed hurt Grimp. You are skin suit. The master's dead. The master's dead.
Nara flips the veil off and says,
Yes, the master is dead.
He kind of like scuttles across the ground, like very like kind of creepily, just like skittering across the ground on hand and leg, getting down to your feet as he starts rubbing his face against your boot.
Thank you. You slay the master. Now Grimp is free. Free to be with the lady. Yes.
Yes, Grimp. We want you to be free. I'm sorry that I had to put on such a show before. It was the will of the master as he left.
What? You serve his will?
No. Binding document. Done now that he is gone.
Fine.
Roll another deception check.
she's just throwing out all these words that she knows
This is
that
fun
make
to
people
watch
believe
happen.
things. Oh, fuck.
Oh, good.
9.
He pulls a rune out from his stained, for the better term, underpants, and it lights up. Many runes around this room begin to light up with the same red glow, as do several runes around the outside.
Why lie to Grimp? What are you hiding? Grimp will kill us all! Grimp doesn't need any of this!
Grimp, I say in my most calming, fatherly tone, be not afraid. We mean you no harm.
Then why lie to Grimp? Why show the face of tormentor?
Because this one, I'm gonna clap on our shoulder, is stupid.
How
stay
rude.
there, but we
Go
snuck
ahead.
in.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Wow,
I'm
fuck
so
you
upset.
too.
But you're not wrong.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh my god.
13?
He kind of like scurries back. He's still very much on guard, grasping this rune in his hands that kind of like pulses. He doesn't set it off, he doesn't seem to activate it though. He's just standing very defensively.
What you want with Grimp? Where's the lady?
We don't know.
What? What do you mean you don't know? Where's...
We don't know where she is.
You bear the master skin suit, but she's... What happened?
The lady has disappeared. You like the lady, do you not?
I love the lady. She's my only.
I'm sure the lady will be very pleased with you if you help us find her.
She's missing.
Go ahead and roll another persuasion check with advantage.
Nara is pouting in the corner.
Come on, lucky roll. 14 again.
Okay.
He untenses himself.
Is she in danger?
She might be. That's why we need to find her.
What can Grimp do? Grimp would do anything. Grimp would follow the lady to the ends of the earth again and again.
First, you must calm yourself. We mean you no harm. We have made sure that Barristan Kench will never harm you or anyone else again.
You see that he tensed up at the name Barristan, but he's like slowly letting down his guard. Go ahead and give me another persuasion check with advantage.
Oh boy, here I go. Again on my own. It's 9.
Oh my god.
His eyes begin to kind of wander like a chameleon's around the room.
Wait. The lady's missing. The master's dead. Maybe. Yes! Yes! I know! I can bring the lady back. Yes! Yes!
He goes diving into his scrap pile again. The runes around the room deactivate as he sets down the rune he had in his hand.
Sets down where?
Sets it on the table as he dives into his scrap pile.
I motioned to Denier while he's distracted. Grab that.
Is the item just on the ground?
It's on the table.
On a table.
Mage hand.
You're able to pretty easily pick it up, kind of whisk it back to you.
Mm-hmm. I'll pocket it.
I will cast Prestidigitation to make a fake where that one was.
Nice.
It is just a completely useless object that fits in the palm of one's hand.
Yep. You just have a black stone with the approximation of the rune that you saw carved into it sitting there. As he comes
Yee.
back out of his trash pile, he is wearing a slate gray circlet with kind of these slate gray towers that kind of rise up around, almost crown-like. It seems way too big for his head.
Yes! Yes! I can bring the lady back. She just needs to know. She needs to know. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Nara looks and just, without thinking, is like,
Know what?
You can hear an arcane around you as these violet runes begin to glow on the helmet.
That my masterpiece is complete.
You hear the cannon fire off. This radiant violet light scorches off into the sky towards the west.
Oh.
Test fire complete! Yes!
Can I see where that went?
You can see as the smoke begins to usher through the sky, the rain where it was raining off to the west, you can see it kind of clear up a bit as it fires off towards the horizon.
Can I see where it's going, though?
Give me a general intelligence check. You know it's traveling east.
Here we go. Soft
Yes.
20?
From your best guess of its trajectory, based on where the house is and where the maw is, you're thinking it's firing somewhere off towards this direction.
Where? One more
Oh.
time? Where
You're
was
not
that?
sure how far the beam will fly, but yeah, it's firing off here. I can use the measuring tool to kind of show you the range that you think it's
Okay.
going. Hold on.
I hope
don't
this thing
snap
is
to
just
anything.
Bagohad followed Borrow.
Yeah, this thing is like firing off kind of in this direction. Your best guess is that
Oh,
it has like this kind of
good.
an arc to it.
5 Fallwood Borrow.
Grimp, what was that?
It's successful test. When the lady sees, she'll return. Yes, she'll come back for Grimp.
What was it aimed at?
That way?
Come on, Grimp.
Oh, you're
Don't you want to
fat.
brag?
It wasn't aimed at followed Borrow. It was aimed towards followed Borrow.
I do not know these places.
As he turns his head towards you, you can hear the the whirring of these gears, this as the grinding, like the sound of kind of like grinding metal, as you can hear the cannon start to turn as well.
Are you controlling the cannon with that?
Yes. My finest work. They laughed at me at school, but they don't know the levels to which I will appease the lady. Grimp the Imp. Who's laughing now?
I think this guy's playing with the
Very
phone cards, guys.
Nara gets
very
really
impressive.
excited and goes,
How do you power something so strong?
That was the one contribution the master provided. Souls.
Fuck.
So many souls.
Oh,
He-
so that's why the town was empty.
He didn't kill those sorcerers because he felt a moral obligation to. He killed them for a weapon.
How many more souls are inside?
I don't know. This land was crawling with them.
How do you release them?
Like this.
I can't dispel magic!
What? Dispel magic?
I dispel magic the helmet!
Go for it. Roll an arcane check as he's about to fire it off.
Oh boy.
25!
yeah.
Just I didn't say with advantage.
Oh.
I have
19?
improved abjuration, so that means that I always have
Oh.
abjuration.
Then you see his eyes glow with this malicious glee.
Like this.
As it's aiming straight to the east.
What? No!
starts like ripping at the sides of his hair, gripping at the helmet. Please, please, smacking his head into the ground. Work for Grimp. Come on, you have it in you. Do it.
I look over my shoulder at the others.
He looks side to side and dives for the rune on the table. What did you do? He's now looking at the useless stone in his hand, just shaking it.
Grimp.
I toss 10 copper into the room.
What? Ting, 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 ting.
A look of fury in Daenerys' eyes.
Hold on.
And he dare use the arcane innate to power a weapon I cast enemy objects.
What? This was Grimp's work. Grimp's finest work. It was. The coins begin to circle him as he begins kind of back into the corner, continuously pressing on the useless rock in his hands.
Rock does nothing. Grimp, your final chance. How do you release the souls?
Grimp doesn't know! Grimp was not collector! Grimp only utilized!
Who collected them?
The master and the lady! And the man in the cloak.
Oh.
What man?
The man. The man!
Oh.
A coin slams into the wall beside his head.
I think it was the one that was with the Revenant.
Oh.
That man.
That guy. Right.
There are no other bodies here, so probably him.
Makes sense.
Grimp doesn't know! Grimp just wants to please the lady! The cannon fires! The lady would be happy! The lady will return to save Grimp!
Oh. I don't think that's going to happen, Grimp.
But the lady... The Grimp will be with the lady forever!
The lady did not choose Grimp.
The lady said she would give Grimp her gift!
The gift would be death, Grimp. I know those kinds of promises. My master functioned the same way. I am sorry, Grimp.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
15.
Not bad.
He continues just kind of pulling at what strands of his hair remain. Pulls off the helmet. Kind of casts it aside, just throws it. Throws the rock in his other hand. Kind of hovels down into a pathetic ball.
Where is the power source of the cannon, Grimp?
It's in the cannon!
In the cannon itself, huh?
Yeah, he points to the ladder at the center of the room.
Take us there. If you double cross us, Daenerys holds his hands out and the coins slowly float over to him. I will show you fury which the master, your former master, has never shown you before.
Go ahead and roll intimidation there, Daenerys.
All right. 17.
Nice.
You can see a glimpse in his eye as another pang of emotion runs over him.
Fine! Grimp will take you!
As he kind of crawls his way over to the ladder and very sulkingly climbs up to the top, undoes the hatch, and climbs into the cannon.
Nara's gonna grab that circlet that he was wearing, that he threw.
It is an elegant slate gray piece. Looks like it's made out of a very coarse, deep slate gray stone. On the inside, it is polished, smooth, and fine.
I follow Grimp.
Follow behind as well. I'm covering the flank, essentially. I'll be on the rear.
Nara's gonna take another peep around the room to see what all is in there.
There are... Gosh, go ahead and give me a perception check, because this is a place that is riddled with junk and scrap papers and half-eaten food.
15.
It would take you probably hours to sort through everything in this room.
Okay. Nothing's like sticking out.
Not immediately, no.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Alright, so we have Denier and Asmo up there currently.
Nara's going with him.
Alright.
I'll be on the lookout.
Just stay in that room?
Yeah.
Alright. Denier, Asmo, Nara, you follow Grimp up the ladder. You get to the top. It is a very dark tunnel. The inside is still very hot from the arcane blast that just fired forth from its muzzle. In fact, it's like uncomfortable to step on. You can hear the sizzle coming off of Grimp's flesh as he's kind of like chimpanzee crawling across the surface. Crawling backwards toward the end of the cannon. You can hear the wind kind of like making this kind of like blowing into a jug sound if the jug was like 50 feet tall. Sound from the barrel of the cannon, which is still smoking into the night sky. You see the faint remains of an arcane channel at the far end that you can see Grimp's silhouette at the like in the light of as you travel down to the end of the cannon. As well as you're traveling, in fact, go ahead and give me a perception check, those of you that entered the cannon.
24.
Nice.
11.
Oh, my tab fish failed. 1 second.
It's all right, Nara. You see it, and Asmo, if you roll above a 15, you'll see it as well.
Yep.
Okay, so you rolled a 20, soft 20.
Soft 20. Yeah,
you can see the fading of arcane wards as you travel back that seem to be dissipating as the heat dissipates from the cannon. They appear to be wards there to sink the heat of the cannon, to channel it outwards and not have the cannon just fucking explode everywhere. You travel to the back and you find a massive... Nara, go ahead and give me a Arcana check with advantage. Denier, just an Arcana check.
Oh my god, 25 with a 20!
Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20, baby!
15.
Nara, you know this to be a soul siphon crystal. A very large one. This one is about as big as... Like, it is 6 feet in radius if it were a perfect sphere, which it's not. It's kind of in diamond shape, but it is massive hunk of rock. You're not sure where they would have procured this material. Your master collects it and uses it to various effects when he's dealing with his experiments. But this gem can hold a lot of souls. You like slap the side of it. You can pack a lot of souls in this baby.
This baby can fit so many souls.
Would you look at that? Oh, wow. This is huge.
This is the power source.
Well, that makes sense. How did you find such a large soul siphon crystal? Those things are hard to find.
The lady has connections,
With
but it was
who?
expensive. That's why she needed him. She needed his money, his resources.
Ah. That was what she told you, hmm?
This is what Grimp knows. But now, Grimp only knows one thing.
He holds his hand up to the crystal and it begins to glow.
The coins fly at him.
Grimp will give his life for the lady!
Go ahead and roll to hit for each of the coins.
Oh my god.
As the crystal begins to glow and crackle, the wards
Think
around
going
you
all right
begin
up
to.
Okay. 23.
First one's a hit. Just roll all the hits first.
Okay. 3.
15's a hit. 23's a hit. 15's a hit. 17's a hit. 10 is a miss. 25's a hit. 13's a hit. 25 and 16 are all hits. Okay, so you missed one.
Okay, so 9.
Oh my God.
9 instances.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All
Oh,
right. Well,
Okay, so that's 8 plus 5 plus 6. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Okay, I finally get to say this line. Rip Grimp the Imp Simp, as these coins just riddle him, full of holes.
Give my life for the lady!
It's
And he
just
collapsed.
been revoked.
And he collapses to the ground in a pile of blood.
Everything okay up there?
He's just kind of quivering on the ground, bleeding out, and he tenses up
More or
and
less.
stops moving.
All right. I'm just keeping watch.
Nara.
Zhao holds out his hand. The coins slowly flutter back to his hand and puts it back into his coin purse.
And here is where we will end today's session.
Oh
Yeah.
damn. All right. Yep.
Rip
Yep.
the Grimp the Imp Simp. Okay, I was gonna make in this house
Grimp
we
the
simp
Imp Simp.
Grimp. We simp Grimp. We simp Grimp.
Grip. We simp grip.